Good morning, yogis. Looks like Ruby's going to lead class today. Are you ready? Okay. Okay, look out, little one. Look out. Hello, hello. This is Ruby. She loves Kundalini Yoga. Welcome to our Thursday Awaken Kundalini class. So I chose a Kriya that I thought would be really a great addition to this motivation, dedication, commitment theme. And it is to elevate the spirit. This Kriya is designed to elevate the spirit. Now, Kundalini Yoga is a very special kind of yoga, and it has kind of it has a questionable reputation to some people. And I believe that that comes from in the beginning, Kundalini Yoga was kind of a secretive form of yoga. And whenever something is secretive, it creates doubt, it creates some fear. And so, how I view Kundalini Yoga is a physical practice, just like our Vinyasa practice, just like our Yin practice, but it just has a different intention. The intention is to connect us more deeply to that spiritual side of ourselves, our spirit. And so I chose the Kriya to elevate the spirit so that we can connect to that spirit within us, that light within us, that love within us, and we can utilize it to help motivate, to help us cultivate commitment and dedication throughout this 30-day challenge. So with Kundalini Yoga, we always open and close with a chant. Now, if you Google benefits of chanting right now, there are 15 wonderful benefits. It's great for your throat health. It's great for your vocal cords. It changes the frequency in your body. It compresses different parts on the roof of the mouth that activate different glands in the body that are connected to melatonin secretion, that are connected to our hunger, that are connected to our digestion. So chanting has a lot of physical benefits. Now, if you're not comfortable chanting, that's totally okay. You don't have to, but I'm going to open up class. The opening chant that I do for every Kundalini class is Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. And this means I bow to the teacher within. I bow to the wisdom within. And I love this chant because I believe that our body has a lot of wisdom within it, and we think ourselves out of this wisdom. For example, I think almonds are good for me. They are healthy fats. They're a good protein source, especially if you're more plant-based. Well, I eat almonds and I don't feel good. My body literally says, this does not feel good. I get really bloated. And so rather than listen to my body, I listen to my brain, because my brain says, but they're good for you. They're healthy fats. They're a good protein source. But my body is telling me otherwise. Then I started to listen more to my body, and I cut almonds out, and I cut out that bloatedness that they caused, finding out later on that I have a sensitivity to almonds. Who knew, right? My body knew, my body told me. So the body has wisdom, and especially with what we eat, what we ingest, the body will tell us. Even if we watch something on television and it makes our stomach turn, that's the body telling us this isn't necessarily something that I need to be watching. So there's so much wisdom in the body. So Ong Namo, Guru Dev Namo helps us to align with that inner wisdom, that inner teacher. And then as we move through our practice, honor that inner teacher, that inner wisdom. For today's class, you may want to have a blanket handy because we will be on our backs and we'll be on our knees for some of the time. So if you want a little bit of extra comfort for the knees and underneath the low back, I'd recommend a blanket. You may want to pause right now, run and grab one, and then come back. I'm going to tune in, chant Ong Namo, Guru Dev Namo 3 times. You can hum it, you can skip it all together. It's totally up to you. So we start by rubbing our palms together to get present to the energy that we have the ability to create. Rubbing those palms together, And let's press the palms together, tuck the thumbs into the sternum, take a deep inhale and lengthen from the tailbone through the crown of the head. Full exhale, let that out. 2 more, big breath in, lengthen from root to crown. Open mouth, exhale, breathe it out. 1 more, big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, breathe it out. And we'll chant a big breath in. Om Na Rude. Om Namo Guru De. Om Namo Guru De. Taking a moment to bow to that inner wisdom, that inner teacher, and the teachers who have come before us, helping us to evolve and absorb this very special practice. Let's take a moment to connect to our daily affirmation. For today, I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. So we can, as we were feeling challenged throughout today's class, we can look at it as an opportunity for growth and learning, right? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we're going to start on our backs. And you may want to take your blanket across your mat underneath your low back. I'm not going to do that right now because I already have my nice soft mat underneath. Come all the way down to your back and let's lift the legs straight up toward the ceiling. Flip your palms, palm facing down by your side, or you can bring your hands underneath your low back. Now we're going to lower and lift the legs. Lower and lift. So find whatever breath feels right for you. If it's exhaling as you lower and inhaling as you lift, that's perfect. Or if it's inhaling as you lower and exhaling as you lift, that's perfect. As long as you are being intentional and mindful with your breath and doing what feels right in your body. And you may want to try both options to see what feels best. Yeah, we're jumping right into some core work, core engagement. I know you're probably thinking, why? Why? And only you can answer that. Only you can answer your why. It was something that we talked about on the very first video, on the very first class, and we'll continue to connect to that why as we move through our practice. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bend into the knees, plant the feet on the floor, and take a couple deep breaths, allowing yourself to really release that low back. It might feel good to heel toe the feet apart and bring the knees together. And let's take a couple deep breaths. You stay exactly as you are. And let's bring the knees into the chest, gently rock from side to side. Grab the backs of your legs, rock yourself all the way up. And we're going to come into downward facing dog. So for your down dog, let's start in a tabletop position. Hands are shoulder width distance. Flip your toes, press your hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Spread your fingers out wide. Now what we're going to do is basically shift from our down dog to our up dog. So it's almost like a chaturanga, except for it's not. So let's do 5. So from our down dog, we're going to shift forward into our high plank, lower the upper body all the way down, unflip the toes, press through the palms, upward dog. Flip the toes, press back into your downward facing dog. 4 more times. Shift forward, high plank, lower down. Inhale into your upward facing dog and exhale into your downward facing dog. 3 more times. Shift forward, high plank, lower all the way down. Inhale upward, exhale downward facing dog. 2 more times. Shift forward, high plank, lower down. Inhale upward, unflip the toes, exhale downward facing dog. 1 more time. Shift forward, lower. Inhale upward and exhale downward facing dog. Look forward, step forward, down, coming into a seated position. Extending your legs out in front of you. So know that you can always have your blanket underneath your bottom here. We're going to reach for toes. Take your yogi peace fingers, you know, those peace fingers, lifting your toes, and we're going to keep our feet flexed. Inhale as you lift and exhale as you lower. Inhale as you lift and exhale as you lower. Now you can draw the chest forward as much as you'd like as you lift and lower here. Linking your breath to your movement, lift and lower. This is really good for the hamstrings, through that whole back side of the body. Lift and lower, lift and lower. And come through center. Take a moment. Let's plant the hands behind us and let's just kind of pedal out the legs. Pedal out the legs. And cross the ankles, press yourself up, and we're going to come onto our knees. Onto our knees. So if you have sensitive knees, I encourage you to bring that blanket underneath the knees. And I'm going to bring the tops of the feet down onto the floor. Hands come behind the head, elbows out wide. And we're going to inhale to the left and exhale to the right. Inhale to the left and exhale to the right. And let's come through center, plant the hands down and come into a tabletop position. Again, you can always have that blanket underneath the knees if you have some sensitivity in the knees. And we're coming into some cat-cow transitions. Inhale, arch the spine, lift the gaze, shine the chest forward. Exhale, round the spine, head hangs heavy. Faster. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Keep this rhythm going. If you want to slow down, slow the breath. If you want to move quicker, quicken the breath. And let's sink the hips back down onto the heels. Now know that as you come into this rock pose, you can always bring your blanket underneath your hips or underneath your knees. Find what feels right for you. I'm good with just being like so. I'm actually going to turn and we're going to tuck the chin to the chest and gently roll the neck to the right, keeping the chin through center to the left. Shifting from side to side, feeling, noticing what you feel through the neck. I like to have my eyes closed for this, shifting the chin through center, drawing the ear from the right shoulder to the left. If you feel some alignment happen in your body, I just want you to know that you're not alone. That quite often happens for me with this movement in the neck as well. Just getting things realigned and come back through center. We're going to stay in this position. So find that most comfortable position for you. And we're working into our side body. So we're going to keep the left hand down, right hand reaches as we bend to the left, and then switch it out. So we're side bending from side to side. And you want a powerful exhale as you bend to the side. So you're inhaling through center, exhaling as you bend from side to side. This is really good for your lymph nodes. We have a lot of lymph nodes through the armpit, through the side body. And lymph nodes, like our veins, they don't have pumps. So movement is what helps move lymph through the body. So this is helping pump our lymph, which is connected to our immune system, through our body. So we're sending those healthy fighter cells throughout the body when we're moving our lymph. And if there is some fighting, some disease happening in the body, then the lymph might get built up in the nodes and it needs to be moved from that area to be reabsorbed and released as waste through the body. So very good movement. And let's come through center. Know that you can shift from this pose if it feels better in your body to shift from this pose. And next, we are reaching forward and pulling back. So we're going to and as we do this, I want you to imagine that you are reaching for your goal, whatever that goal might be. Maybe it's to complete this 30-day challenge. Maybe you have a different life goal, personal goal that you are working towards. I want you to imagine that you're reaching for that goal and drawing it in. And maybe you're reaching for many goals. I have a goal to buy a house. I have a goal to build my business. I have a goal to create the most authentic connections in my life. So you can just think of anything in your life that you're attracting in, and you're reaching and you're drawing that in. You're pulling it in toward your being, toward your energy field. Keep it up, keep going. Let's come through center. Okay, last movement before we shift into a different body position. Now, I call this cord cutting. And when it comes to accomplishing goals, let's clasp the hands together, extend the pointer fingers out, and we're going to inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. So when it comes to accomplishing these goals, sometimes we can have things that are standing in our way, that are stopping us from accomplishing whatever it is we want to accomplish. And this energetically helps us to chop through, to disconnect from whatever it is that's standing in our way, whether it's doubt, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a boss, whether it's time, whether it's fear. No matter what it is, imagine that you're chopping your connection, your attachment to anything that isn't serving you, that isn't bringing you closer to your goals. And you're inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. And maybe you don't even know what's in your way. That's okay too. Maybe you feel like you have nothing in your way. Well, this is really good for your shoulder mobility, regardless. Let's do 3 more. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. As we shift ourselves into our easy seat, let's lean back slightly and just pedal out those legs. Maybe plant your feet on the floor and shift your knees from side to side. And we'll come into that easy seat. It might feel good to kind of roll out the shoulders. Take any kind of organic movement here that feels right for your body. And we're coming into one of my favorite movements. There are many different names. I like to call it Sufi grind. So your hands come onto your knees, and you inhale as you bring the chest forward, and exhale as you round the spine back. And inhale as you bring the chest forward, and exhale as you round the spine back. So I invite you to close down your eyes and just really feel into this movement through the spine, the movement of the spine through the hips. Feel into the low back, feel into the mid back, feel into the upper back. And be really mindful and intentional about linking your breath to your movement, inhaling as you come forward and exhaling as you round back. And let's bring that affirmation back to the forefront of our minds. I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. So maybe today in our class, there were some physical challenges. That's an opportunity for growth and learning. Maybe there are some challenges in your life. Stay curious about different ways that you can overcome these challenges. Let's change direction. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you round back. closing down the eyes. And maybe you bring to your mind's eye anything that you feel might be holding you back from something. And I want you to affirm to yourself, I can find a solution that is most aligned with me. Affirm your ability to find the best possible solution for your heart, for your journey. I can find, I can create, I can discover the best possible solution, the best possible path forward for my most authentic self and for the growth that I'm meant to learn. And let's come back through center. Inhale, get nice and tall. And we're going to shift ourselves into our final resting pose, Shavasana. So finding a posture that feels good and right for you in your body in this moment. Sometimes lying flat isn't right for the body in this moment. So if you need something different, be sure to give that to yourself if lying flat on your back is not exactly what you need in this moment. Take a couple deep breaths and really surrender your body into the floor. Surrender yourself to your practice. Surrender to your knowledge and your wisdom. Let go. Come back to your breath. And release, release for growth and learning. And let's bend into the knees, wrap the hands around the knees, gently rock from side to side. Grab the backs of the knees as you rock yourself up, coming into an easy seat. Now there is a blessing and a chant that we say at the end of every Kundalini class. So the blessing is the long-time sun blessing. And I think after this 30 days, you're going to know that blessing and you might even use it on a more consistent basis. It's beautiful. It is actually based on a song, on an American song, on an English song. And then the chant that we do is one long Satnam. Now, Satnam translates to truth is my essence. I am one with truth. Now, your truth. What is your truth? That's what you're aligning with. Your truth for today might be that this was a challenging practice. Your truth for today in this moment might be that you feel that your spirit is elevated. You feel that you're ready to take on your goals, that you're ready to move forward. Your truth may be that you want to go back to bed. It is your truth. And as we align with our truth, we raise our awareness, we accept ourselves for where we are, for who we are, and we're able to make better choices, live more empowered. So the long time sun blessing, bring your palms through heart center, tuck your chin to your chest. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. And then one long Satnam, deep breath in. Sat Nam. Thank you so much for being here today. Congratulations on finishing day 3 of 30. We're 10% done, right? We can think of it like that, 10% complete as of today. I love sharing this practice with you. Wait, 3%, 1%. My math is off. No, I'm right. Okay. Anyway, we'll leave the math for later on in the day. Keep going. If there was something that didn't quite feel right for you, feel free to reach out to me. We can find a modification for you or an adjustment for you for your unique body, or maybe you just skip something entirely. Know that that's okay. Again, this is more about you showing up and getting consistent in your practice than it is about what we do in our practice. You showing up for you, creating time and space in your schedule for 30 minutes a day for 30 days. It's amazing how this can ripple out into the rest of your lives. The light, the love, the wisdom in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the light, the love, the wisdom in you. Namaste. I hope to see you tomorrow on your mats for day number 4 as we come into our restorative practice. I will see you soon.